Allah 9:32 may the disbelievers want to extinguish the light of Allah. No, Allah, this unbeliever, like Dr. Bill Warner, Christian Prince, David Wood, and many others are not too shy to show the world your light. Well, Allah, some Muslims are the ones who are too ashamed of your words that they are very busy putting pressure on YouTube to delete videos containing your light. You see, Allah, your light is so useful, like a candle burning in bright daylight. It is being outshone by a better and stronger light.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends, and I apologize, my voice is kind of tired for laughing a lot. Today, a few hours ago, we made a video. I don't know how many of you watch it. Please go watch it before we take it down. Actually, it's going to be taken down very soon, so you better watch it from other channels which they are subscribing. Before we start, somebody posted a comment saying that there's some Christians who they are downloading my videos and posting it in their channels. If somebody take the video and download it in another channel, they do flag it for copyright. Let me make it clear, nobody have copyright over my videos. So anyone will flag it, please take a screenshot for the one who flag your video, send it to me, and I will flag him too. As simple as that. When I say my videos for everybody, it's mean for everybody. You don't own it, it doesn't belong to you, and the point of giving it out so everybody can see it. Who are you? So if anyone you know he is doing that, flagging Christian videos, claiming copyright over them, give me his name, his account in YouTube, I will flag him and we will expose him. Now in the morning we play a video of Mr. Samir Abdullah, or Abdullah Samir, who is an ex-Muslim. Just to refresh your memory, Abdullah Samir is an ex-Muslim. Actually, we have me and him in conversation before. He's an atheist. We don't agree with many things, including his belief as an atheist. But this gentleman, you know, he have his opinion and his way to expose the cult of Muhammad. And remember that Abdullah Samir, he was a person trying to convert people into Islam, and when he started doing what it's called dawah, which means like missionary, he found that Islam is a garbage. So he decided to leave the cult of Muhammad. And he was watching the videos of Yasser Qadri and the kid, the well-known kid, Mimi Hijab. The video editor, previously his name was Muhammad Hijab. Now his name is the video editor, everybody knows him. So he was watching him and he made short video exposing the stupidity of this idiot. We will remind you about it and then we will go to our topic.
Stranger to controversy. Yasser Qadhi is no stranger to controversy. Being the academic, he has sometimes ruffled feathers with comments he has made on different issues. This time, even worse than before. He said something now, again, that shook the ground or pulled the rug below the Dawah guy's feet. So much so that Muhammad Hijab took the drastic step of deleting the last 30 minutes of his interview from the point Yasser Qadhi started talking about, guess what? Quran preservation.
All right, so Yasser Qadhi, he have an interview and they edit his video and he took 30 minutes from his video. At least he took 30 minutes from his video. From my video, he took the whole video off. He took only 2 seconds. So let us see here what we will find out. You know, Mimi Hijab is just a kid. And actually, I'm not talking about him. But I'm going to give you an example. If this is a person who Muslims think he can defend Islam, so what Islam is? If this is a person, the Muslim, they think he is the one who can defend Islam. So what is Islam? What this Islam is? I will give you a sample of what we are talking about and you be the judge. This is from the debate between Mimi Hijab, the video editor, previously his name Muhammad Hijab, and I don't know why he changed his name from Mimi Hijab to the video editor, but I think he earned it. So in this video here, we will see a part of what is called debate. And you will notice when you debate Muslims, you don't really debate. It's just a joke. Listen carefully, laugh, and enjoy.
Jesus Christ was no son of God or God, but he was the Messiah. He was a prophet. He didn't break the long chain of prophets that came before him. That's where we disagree with the Christian. Now, does that make sense? And would you say that now, believing in one God in his essence, the raps I can't do, the rhymes are not as good, is something you could subscribe to?
Well, he can't rap, but he sure can beatbox. More on that later. Muslims often accuse Christians of going to an excess in their religion for rendering unto Jesus the worship that's due to God. The impetus for this claim comes from Surah 4:171 of the Quran, which says, O people of the book, commit no excess in your religion, nor say of Allah anything but the truth. Christ Jesus, the son of Mary, was only a messenger of Allah. The validity of this charge of going to an excess is predicated on the assumption that Jesus is not God incarnate, something that Christians, as the people of the book, confess on the basis of divine authority. Apart from this erroneous assumption, the Quranic argument falls to the ground. Interestingly enough, while this doesn't work as an argument against Christianity, it can easily be turned against Muslims, whose attitude and rank fetishism towards their false prophet goes well beyond that which is due to any creature. Case in point.
When Allah's messenger cleared his throat of some secretion, some of his companions would take it on the palm of their hands and rub it on their face and skin.
Allahu Akbar, brother.
This was the level of love of the companions.
This point was recently made by David in his debate with...
Wait, hold on. I wanna see this again. I mean, this was the love of the companion. The love of the companion. If to take the spit and the germs and the boogers of your prophet and to wipe it in your face. And do you see the face of this devil? I mean, we Christians, we worship Jesus as God. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Those people, they say Muhammad is just a prophet. Look how in a second he turned into a devil. He looked like a human being. The second we start speaking about spitting, boogers, coming from the mouth and the nose of Muhammad, it's like he's talking about cake. What cake? It's even more lovely. Tell us, brother Sheikh, tell us, please.
In point.
When Allah's messenger cleared his throat of some secretion,
Unbelievable. One day I will die laughing with heart attack from laughing. He cleaned his throat from what?
Cleared his throat of some secretion. Some of his companions would take it on the palm of their hands and rub it on their face and skin. This was the level of love of the companions.
This point was recently made by David in his debate with Muslim apologist and self-styled academic researcher Muhammad Hijab.
Islam deifies Muhammad. When Muhammad would spit, his companions would rush to collect the spit and they would rub it on their faces. They would struggle to save his used ablution water. If a hair fell off his head, they would rush to grab it. After the Battle of Uhud, Muhammad's companions, men named Malik, collected the blood that ran from Muhammad's wound and drank it. Muhammad said, "The fire will never touch you." This isn't how you treat someone you regard as a mere human being.
Rather than respond to what David actually argued, Muhammad Hijab resorted to childish antics and chest-thumping rhetoric, hoping to beguile the mostly Muslim audience.
And then he says that the prophets, they played, they tried to get his hair and the spit and these things. Okay, well, if you think spitting on someone makes you a god, well, that's what it implies. Then I wonder why you look at every other verse of the Bible as implying that Jesus was God. Because for you, a spit, that's making me a god now.
And look, the Muslims are laughing. I mean, the stupidity is amazing. The guy, he did not ask you that. He is not saying that the spit make him God. He's asking you why you treat his spit as God. You stupid idiot. So in order to avoid the embarrassment, they made a mockery. But the fact they made mockery of themselves, for they are a bunch of kids, low-class, trashy street boys. No level of education, no respect, not to their prophet, not to the question, not to the debate, not to the audience. He did not ask you, he did not say the spit make you God, you idiot donkey. Son of a three-night stand. As your prophet said, tataraka ya tataraka, muta. The question was why you Muslims fight over his spit, over his boogers, over his piss, over you drink his piss, you drunk his blood. This is the question. What is the answer? No answer. Say again, say again.
And they would rub it on their faces. They would struggle to save his used ablution water. If a hair fell off his head, they would rush to grab it. After the Battle of Uhud, Muhammad's companions, men named Malik, collected the blood that ran from Muhammad's wound and drank it. Muhammad said, "The fire will never touch you."
Sure, will not touch him.
This isn't how you treat someone you regard as a mere human being.
Rather than respond to what David actually argued, Muhammad Hijab resorted to childish antics and chest-thumping rhetoric, hoping to beguile the mostly Muslim audience.
And then he says that the prophets, they played, they tried to get his hair and the spit and these things. Okay, well, if you think spitting on someone makes you a god, well, that's what it implies. Then I wonder why you look at every other verse of the Bible as implying that Jesus was God. Because for you, a spit, that's making me a god now. I mean, don't embarrass yourself in front of me.
And the idiot, his supporter, they are laughing too. They are laughing. This guy, instead of saying to him, "You idiot, shouldn't you answer the question and the challenge? Where is the answer?" So this is why the Muslim, they thought that this guy, he won the debate with David Wood by doing this. What is the answer? Until now, we are waiting for the answer. And I like this Anthony, because at the end, Anthony, he do something very nice.
Judging from the reaction of the audience, many Muslims were taken in by Hijab's hijinks and didn't realize that his bombast was diverting them from the real issue, which David came back to in his rebuttal.
Seventh, I said that Islam deifies Muhammad. Said, well, Muhammad spitting and stuff what's that got to do with him being God? That's not the point. The point was, Muhammad's just a man. Muhammad's just a
donkey, son of three-night stands. The video editor, Aka, the previously known as Muhammad Hijab. Do you see what the point? I mean, do he need to spank you twice on the stage? And you think you are the one who did finish him? How embarrassing. And this is how they gang, they try to make mockery of you. They laugh at anything you say, so they will make you feel like, oh, okay, maybe I'm losing. Intimidation. But the fact, we are laughing at you. Anyone have little brain, you will see that you Muslims have no answer. And you are trying to avoid the answer and the question. So now he have to repeat to you twice because you are a certified donkey. What is the point? The point is not the spit, you donkey. The point is why you are rubbing the spit of a normal man in your face. So what if he's a prophet? Why you are drinking his urine? And how drinking his urine will save you from hellfire? His holy urine?
Were taken in by hijab's hijinks and didn't realize that his bombast was diverting them from the real issue, which David came back to in his rebuttal.
Seventh, I said that Islam deifies Muhammad. Said, well, you know, Muhammad spitting and stuff doesn't, what's that got to do with him being God? That's not the point. The point was, Muhammad's just a man, Muhammad's just a man, Muhammad's just a man. And then you see how...
David, you need to say it more. This guy is not listening. What? Muhammad is what?
Well, you know, Muhammad spitting and stuff doesn't, what's that got to do with him being God? That's not the point. The point was, Muhammad's just a man, Muhammad's just a man, Muhammad's just a man. And then you see how his followers acted towards him, and it's clear he was much more than a man to him. When a normal human being is walking down the street and spits, you don't say, ooh, I have to rub this all over my body. Muhammad's companions did. If a hair falls off a normal human being's head, you don't say, ooh, I need to grab this. I need to save this. If someone is bleeding, a normal human being is bleeding, you don't say, hey, let me get that running blood and drink it. This was acceptable behavior from Muhammad and his followers. And how, if you saw anyone doing this, if I said, hey, there's this place somewhere in South America or something, and they've got this guy down there, and whenever he spits, they rub it on their faces. Whenever he washes himself, they collect the water so they can rub it on themselves. Whenever he bleeds, he gets cut, they drink it. You say, look at this idolatry, look at this paganism. But that's exactly how Muhammad expected his followers to act. And for some reason, whenever it's in Islam, it's still just pure monotheism.
While David's level-headed response was more than adequate to expose the fact that Islam is a religion of excess toward a mere human being, it seemed to me that another response may be in order. I thought to myself, since Muhammad Hijab likes spitting so much, maybe I would spit a little something in his honor. If I only had a beat. And then it hit me. My name's Muhammad Hijab. I cannot debate. That's why I beat my chest like a great ape. I yell, hoop, and holler, hoping you won't see. I'm dropping logic blunders like bananas from a tree. With God I refute claims that David didn't make. That's called a straw man, and I'm called a snake. He said we treat our prophet like a demigod. Some bathed in his spit, while others drank his blood. His words I could not handle, his words I had to twist. I said no one's a god just because they have to spit. Now I feel extremely silly, moving like a pigeon. More embarrassing than that? Excess in my religion. This is why it's fitting my last name is Hijab, because I'm so embarrassed I should wear a niqab.
Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself.
That's a good one from Anthony, isn't it? Perfectly done, perfect. He's good in the music too, I don't know that. So, you know...
Quran 48:10. Those who swear allegiance to you, Muhammad, indeed swear their allegiance to Allah.
It is another confession. Muhammad was Allah. He created Allah's persona. He not only attributed his words to Allah, he used his God to advance his personal agenda. This whole charade has been played out to make everyone submissive to an insane megalomaniac so that he could lay claim to what he craved. If Allah's name were erased in each of the hundreds of places throughout the Quran that Muslims are ordered to believe in, submit to, and obey Allah and His Apostle, nothing would change. By way of added proof, I'd like to bring your attention to something we will cover again later in the chronology. This is from Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 59, number 733.
While Umar was talking to the people, Abu Bakr said, "Sit down, Umar," but he refused. So the people came to Abu Bakr and left Umar. Bakr said, "To proceed, if you used to worship Muhammad, then Muhammad is dead. But if any one of you used to worship Allah, then Allah is alive and shall never die."
Abu Bakr confirmed that Muslims
used to worship Muhammad.
Not out of respect, mind you. They worshipped Muhammad for the same reasons they would come to worship Allah. They feared him. They knew good Muslims would kill them the moment they stopped. Islam's first historian paints the drama this way.
Tabari. Bakr saw that Umar would not listen. He went forward. I swear by the Lord of the Kaaba that Muhammad is gone. Those people who formerly worshipped Muhammad must know that the deity you worshipped is dead. Those who formerly worshipped Allah must know that Allah is still alive and immortal.
In death, Muhammad had given birth to the God he had created in life. They became separate and distinct for the first time. Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 59, number 733.
While Umar was talking to the people, Abu Bakr said, "Sit down, Umar," but he refused. So the people came to Abu Bakr and left Umar. Bakr said, "To proceed, if you used to worship Muhammad, then Muhammad is dead. But if any one of you used to worship Allah, then Allah is alive and shall never die."
Abu Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 59, number 733.
While Umar was talking to the people, Abu Bakr said, "Sit down, Umar," but he refused. So the people came to Abu Bakr and left Umar. Bakr said, "To proceed, if you used to worship Muhammad, then Muhammad is dead. But if any one of you used to worship Allah, then Allah is alive and shall never die."